What's up? This is June, and guess what June is? June is National Safety Month. You knew that. Nope, nobody knew that. But June is National Safety Month. So here we are, a few days into June. Nope, 8 days into June. I was gonna do a video every day this month, but then people be busy, you be busy. I ain't had time for it. But here's my first video. Here's a tip: you hire people, and they come in and they say, "Hey, I've had training in that." Ask for proof of training. I'm talking about safety training, of course. One of these things that I found is, a couple times, some people say, "Hey, I've had training in that." What you thought was training or what you hired them assuming they had safety training in a topic may have been a toolbox talk. It may have been just a meeting that they had because of an incident specific to their company, and they wrote training, the sign-in sheet everybody goes and writes around in this meeting that nobody listens to. And then they get out in the field and they don't know anything. You're like, "Oh, I thought he had training." So ask for proof of training. Another reason, not all training is created equal. And this is, isn't a pitch, but here's the truth. I'm not talking about every trainer isn't good, which is true. Some suck. Some are bored and people go to sleep, but that's not what I'm talking about. For example, let's just say we're talking fall protection and someone comes in like, "Yeah, I have fall protection training." Well, here's the thing with fall protection training itself, or fall protection requirements. There's fall protection required at different levels. So depending on industry, depending on hazards, regulatory, agencies involved, but fall protection may be required at 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, and there's this exemption out there for 30 feet that people talk about. I don't talk about that one because there's an interpretation letter out there that says you still need it at 15 feet. So, but here's my point. Depending on what industry they're coming from, depending on what protocol they had at that company, somebody telling you they had fall protection training may be very specific to a different industry or specific to a job they were on or to a company policy. So to assume that they have fall protection and they come in knowing what you do, it's probably not likely. So that's my tip today, is on training. That fall protection was just an example. But when someone comes in and say, "Hey, I've had safety training on that," and you're like, "Oh, great, you've had that training," ask for proof. Then check the proof, and then you make a judgment at that point if they need, additional training or not. And I'm not, saying you have to. When I'm in charge of making a decision, they would get the training for the company that I'm working with or working for anyway, because I want to know when they go to the field, they know the same thing as the people in the field. But that's just my take. If you're doing the bare minimum, at the very least, check the proof of training and then see if it matches up with what you're doing on your site. That's my tip. June is safety, National Safety Month. I might do another one. Who knows? Till then, take care, be safe. Well, let's not meet by accident.